Salam people, welcome to another vlog. As the title says, today we're going to review the Nokia 7 Plus. But before we do that, I am going to introduce you to one of my best friends who's come down from India. And here he is. So that's Darren. Darren, introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Darren Soni and I'm Hami's friend actually. I just came a week back from India. Basically, we are friends from high school, and the fun part is being we connected actually through mobiles.
So basically the whole thing was, to be honest, we actually connected over Nokias. So I had a Nokia 6630 and he had an N70.
Yeah.
N70 and the talking point was this app that was called Power Lock. So that really got him inquisitive, and he basically approached me and we spoke, and since then we've been best friends. But before we get into that, we're also going to give you a bit of an understanding of why I have Darren with me on this particular vlog is because I used to work at his mobile shop. Exactly. Yeah. So he also used to he used to be at the mobile shop working as well at the age of 16, 17, maybe 16, 17.
Part-time.
Yeah, exactly. Part-time. Exactly. And even I used to be there. So we used to take care of mobiles. We used to sell mobiles, mainly Nokias. And I used to take care of softwares because I was really good at software. So we're really old geeks. But we're not that too old as well. But still. But anyways. Moving on, so we're going to get on with the Nokia 7 Plus. What I'm going to take you through is basically the features. I've already done this on my TV show, so I don't want to really repeat myself. What I'm going to do is get Darren to give me reactions on exactly how he thinks about the Nokia 7 Plus. Also keeping in mind, he is an electrical engineer. So that has a bit of to do with it, right? Kinda?
Electronics. That's a completely different segment.
Okay, forget it. Ignore what I said.
Yeah,
so moving on, we're going to basically talk to you about the Nokia 7 Plus. We're going to talk to you about the features. I'm going to talk to you about the camera and specifically tell you if this is Nokia's new flagship mobile or not. So stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so we're going to start opening the Nokia 7 Plus. Let's check out exactly what's in the box. I'd also like to thank HMD Global to basically giving me the seal pack. So we have the Nokia 7 Plus, looks beautiful. You of course have the SIM ejector, very well packed actually. So we have quite a good silicone cover which could really help out with minor bumps on the mobile. It's become quite a trend to include a silicone or a polycarbonate shell for your mobile, and it's pretty good gesture by the brand. That's USB-C. We have earphones and of course the adapter. Thank God we have an adapter. So yeah, so that's some of the stuff that we have. Quite interesting. These earphones, guys, the reason I'm gonna be stressing on these earphones because they look really cool. I mean, check that out, right? This there, it's pretty much similar to the Sirocco, but the difference is that this ear is not the same quality. Yeah, it's a bit rubbery. The other one that we have on the Sirocco is basically set to be helping out with tangles. So yeah, this is kind of a standard material that we have, which is basically in ear. So yeah, and also it does not have a USB-C. It has a 3.5mm jack right there. So yeah, okay, then thank you for the special effects. That is beautiful. I like the trim. I like the whole bronze trim, and this is what I told my TV show as well, you know. But that's my opinion. What do you think of it?
Actually, as you said, the bronze lining is pretty good, and you know what the best part is. You see, even if it is bronze, it's still got an orange tint to it, more like an extra effect, you could say, that orange tint to it.
Yeah, I mean, it just stands out, right? It's very different in terms of its style.
And there is enough weight proportion balanced out, and it's not heavy, it's not too light either.
Yeah.
And chances of leaving your hand is pretty less, I would say. And it has a 3.5mm jack.
Exactly. A 3.5mm jack is very much important because you need a separate place to charge the mobile. But I'm so glad. But anyways, we're going to get into detail of this mobile right now. Well, okay, so to start with the exterior of the mobile, we have a 12 megapixel camera and a 13 megapixel camera with 2 optical zoom. Apart from that, you have of course the fingerprint sensor as well. Now moving on to the front, what you see there, my friends, is a 16 megapixel front camera. What do you think about that, Darren?
I think the selfies are gonna be incredible.
And I mean, in terms of the sides, what we have here, that's the SIM, where you can put in the SIM. You have a USB-C, and what you have here is the standby button, the volume. Now let's go on into the functionality of this particular Nokia 7 Plus. So what you see there is Android One. I'm not sure if I've told you this earlier, but I have defined this during my tech reviews earlier, that Android One means that you basically get the first of the updates from Android, which is brilliant because that's something you need. And that's of course the Nokia Tune, the Nokia Chime. So what we have here is about a 6-inch vivid screen, and I mean the ratio is 18:9 Full HD plus, so that's quite interesting. I mean, this clarity is really cool, honestly. I love the wallpaper, it's so magical. Keeping in mind you would be looking at social media, you look at games and stuff like that, it has a width of 5.5 inch, so I think that's really good for display, right? What do you think?
Yes, and they have kept the screen to body ratio pretty nicely, and because of the missing capacitive keys, and they've included it on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, like if you can see it, there's no buttons at all, it's just one plain mobile device without any buttons on the front, right? So that's brilliant. I mean, I like the way how they have innovated with the design as well.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. Now let's move on to settings and see exactly what we have in there on this particular mobile. So this one shows about 85% of battery. So if you were to talk about the battery, it's got about 2-day battery life, which is quite interesting because about 3,800 milliampere hour, and I think that's something that stands out as well, Darren, right?
Of course, you know, day-to-day use you need battery. Of course, everyone is on mobile games, so and there are a lot of YouTube videos to be watched per day, so you need to have battery at the end of the day.
Exactly. I mean, like it shows here, you can also have, so you have Bluetooth, you have NFC, so then you can also integrate with all the latest mobile wallets that you want. That's brilliant. So this one's about 64 GB in terms of storage, and of course can be extended through a micro memory card. So yeah. Now moving on, what I want to show you apart from this is the system. There we go. I have an Android 8.0. Of course this is can be updated once the new updates come out, and we have this one is Oreo, and also comes equipped with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 mobile platform, which is quite good enough, honestly, keeping in mind this particular mobile. I mean, the genre that they have created, it really doesn't stand out to be a standard mobile because it has a premium quality in terms of its build, and also has that kind of infrastructure in terms of its hardware to really stand out to some really cool games, videos and stuff like that. What do you think, Darren?
At the end of the day, I would say 660 Snapdragon is a mix of both power and utility.
Yeah.
And along with the enough RAM, I would say the mobile would last even for long than the better ones. Yeah,
I mean, I completely agree with you, man. I mean, apart from that, what I feel is, of course, this 12 megapixel wide angle camera and the 13 megapixel 2x optical zoom camera really stands out as well. You know, I mean, you really need some good RAM on there to be able to process that kind of information within this particular device.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
And 2x optical zoom is a very big factor, I would say, rather than going for a digital zoom, which normally every phone would have. Optical zoom would literally get you there.
And what's important, Darren, is also, if you can see there, that Zeiss logo there. I mean, the collaboration with Zeiss is a big thing because Zeiss know to do their lenses, you know, and this is something that I think is one of the biggest standpoints for the Nokia 7 Plus, with having the Zeiss lens on there.
Yes, of course. The first time I started using Zeiss lens on a Nokia phone, it took the whole world apart in form of
for mobile photography.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I remember it was N93 or something, and that had an optical zoom of 4x or something.
Wow, man,
it was a flip phone, I guess. Yeah, back in the days, 2000, I would say is 2005, they had Zeiss, and it completely was a different mobile altogether.
I think it's always good to have these kind of collaborations with the experts out there to be able to make a really good product for the consumer. So yeah, so now you have pretty much an understanding about the Nokia 7 Plus, guys. Now who should really buy it? Before we get into that, let's give you some samples on the videos we've taken and some of the selfies that me and Darren have taken, because you really got to take advantage of that 16 megapixel front camera. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is check out the camera functionality. So like you've seen with me and then of course taken few selfies and stuff like that, but what's amazing is this. So what you can see right now is the pro mode. So you have the white balance, you have the ISO, pretty much similar to a DSLR camera. You can also focus on manual and quite a lot of stuff, but what I really need to show you right now is the video. So moving on to the video, there we go. So yeah, so you also have the video, you have the 2x that's activated on the video as well, which is quite interesting. And what you have here is one of the really cool functions of Nokia is that there. So you have the social icons on YouTube and Facebook where you can go live directly off the camera, and like I said earlier, the body functionality, which works pretty well on there. So this is something that I really like in terms of the social connectivity that they have done with the Nokia 7 Plus, or actually the operating system, honestly. So yeah, so apart from that, what we're going to get into is who really should get this mobile. Okay guys, so who really should get the Nokia 7 Plus? Then what do you think? Keeping in mind the price point is just about 1,399 excluding tax, of course. I think it's an affordable mobile. It does not really go into the premium category, but it really stands out to a mid-range mobile, right? What do you think?
Yes, of course. For the price and for the quality and the build and the trims and expectation. What's that?
What?
Bro, just do it again.
No.
I can do it, no?
Yeah, say, just continue.
And for the exceptional 2x zoom and
yes,
Snapdragon 660, which is the best processor when it comes to power, utility, battery management, right?
Yeah.
So this is actually meant for people who would have the best of everything.
Yeah.
And the price tag, keeping in mind the quality also is pretty good.
I think, yeah, it's really economical in terms of the cost. That's one thing. Apart from that, in terms of, I mean, see, every mobile nowadays is getting into mobile photography and stuff like that. Okay, the output of this mobile is really good, but I really feel that there needs to be some kind of work on the front camera. Like the front camera, although it's 16 megapixel, I feel that there's a bit of enough about it. I mean, what do you think? I mean, you saw the selfie, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
But which is still manageable. But keeping in mind the price point, I think this is a really brilliant mobile that can get you entry level in terms of the firmware, in terms of the hardware, in terms of all. I mean, 660 mobile platform is just brilliant. So I think that's
one more thing, megapixels, as everyone knows, it doesn't matter. So it's just a gimmick to get you guys fooled. And I think Nokia should a little bit more improve, but keeping everything in mind, the price range and everything, it's the best of everything.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this review with Hami Reviews and Darren. Till then, do like, comment, share, and let me know if you have any questions with regards to this particular mobile or any particular device that you think needs some answering or needs some grilling or needs some reviewing, and I'll basically get that sorted out with the principal. So till then guys, this is HamiVlogs signing off. Cheerio!